All right, what's up, ladies and germs? Welcome back to the show. It is 7:21 a.m., April 18th, 2026. I'm here with Julio.
What
He's
up?
not his normal cheerful self. He's not coming to us from St. James this week. He had
Bumped
a
out
run
that
in with
though.
some margaritas last night, so he's not his normal self. Feeling all right?
Yeah.
All right. So some of you might a lot of the listeners listen at work, especially the audio listeners. A lot of the you, anyway, a lot of you are probably listening to us from your piss poor cubicle, your shitty little cubicle. Maybe you're hungover, still a little bit drunk. And Julio knows what I'm talking about because he's going to be coming to us from a cubicle pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Starting a new job. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm happy where I'm at, but this is a better upgrade, better opportunity
Yeah,
for everything to be better in my life and my
right.
family. So,
Got to keep on keeping on.
yep.
I'm not ever gonna leave where I'm at unless they kick me out. And then if they do, I'm gonna start driving truck. I've already got my backup plan, but I prayed for this job, so I'm pretty much staying where I'm at.
Yeah, I applied to this job maybe like early January.
Oh yeah? And you
Yeah.
just heard back?
Yeah.
Nice.
So either they were late in reacting or other people have taken the role and perished.
Don't become a statistic, Julio.
I know, right?
Yeah. Uh got any current events?
Did you see that Trump painting or AI thing where he's like Jesus healing a guy that looks like Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, did you see the one I sent you?
I don't know.
Let me bring it up. Damn it. Uh it's in the one we have with Clem. Anyway, it was it was Alex Jones in place of Trump. He did that himself. He posted it on InfoWars. I can't find it. You get the idea. Let's see here. Um the oil prices supposedly are plunging, but the gas prices haven't moved. I don't understand it. These
They have. I mean, like,
motherfuckers are gouging us, man.
so I got gas
Yeah.
2 days ago for 3.39
Uh-huh.
here in my area, and
Shit, I
yesterday,
paid 384 yesterday.
and then yesterday it was 3.33.
I mean,
So it
it's
is.
gonna start coming down, but it should be coming down quicker. They're bullshitting us,
They
you
always
know?
are.
Yeah, they're gouging. Good.
So this on Thursday there was a country concert here in Toledo. Bailey Zimmerman. It was those pictures of those semis I sent you.
Yeah, I texted you. I said I have no idea who that is, and you didn't answer me back.
Yeah,
Who the
'cause
hell's Belly Zimmerman?
what would be the point of me telling you who Bailey Zimmerman is? You ain't gonna care. So,
Is he
anyways,
chubby?
no.
It'd be funny if he was chubby or fat, then people could call him Belly Zimmerman.
No, it's
Ah,
a skinny country kid.
okay. So what
But
happened?
so I just Lily was at a medical competition downtown and she needed some shoes, so we went downtown to drop her shoes off and we saw the semis. So we parked the car and just walked around. Lisa stayed in the car, but I walked around. I walked around and talked to the fans, took pictures with them.
Should have took your mic with you.
I should have, yeah. I handed out little Jesuses. Um, at one point, these girls, I was talking with these girls, and they're like, "Wait, why do you even have these Jesuses in your pocket?" I'm like, "Cause I'm a creep." No, but I said,
Did you say that?
I did.
Oh, nice.
They all laughed. They were all cool. By that point, we had, like they knew I wasn't weird, but I told them, like that's kind of my thing, like I'll buy something Jesus related on Amazon and
Yeah.
just pass it out.
How
Like my
much are
next,
those each?
you get like 250 of them for like 15.99.
So
Then my next
roughly
ones are going to
like
be
60 cents. Am I right?
maybe less than that even.
Am
But
I a
my
savant? Some kind of
no, you're not a Rain Man.
that
Don't give your
reminds me. Well, I'll talk about that. We can talk about it later. There's a savant podcaster that he's like autistic, but he's like a fucking computer, dude. He remembers everything. Remind me, I'll bring it up later. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, good. My next ones are going to be little keychain Jesuses,
Oh
and then
yeah.
they also make little like glow in the dark ones too. Like not glow in the dark, but they have like a little light inside of them. That's
Oh,
the next
cool.
one. Yeah.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be more expensive.
how, how much more? And I mean, is it not worth the price to kind of like spread the good word? To make like I love giving these little Jesuses to like little kids. I'll ask the parent, like, is it okay? And usually they say yes, and they love them.
It's better than handing out candy or popsicles.
Or
Or
balls.
or what?
Balls. Not balls. Balls. Balls.
You mean like the
Demon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could have just said Satan or
Ball.
uh so the Hormuz Strait opened back up.
Yeah.
Strait of Hormuz. That's why supposedly why the oil prices are coming back down, but we haven't really seen it yet.
I
I'm
I have.
hearing I'm hearing it could hit below $2.
Hell yeah.
That would be nice.
Get it.
Then things would start picking back up. I'd start getting overtime at work. People would start buying more vehicles, you know, because I'm on 8 hours right now and I'm not happy about it. I want to be on 10 hours and working. I want to be on 6 10s with the option to work Sunday. And then I would. Then we would definitely have to be doing Friday nights. So no more Bible study for me. Kelly is leaving for Tennessee. Um, I don't. She's leaving this weekend. So, but
Yeah, so my new schedule is going to be really weird. One week I'm working Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. Then I work Friday through Sunday. The following week I'm off Monday and Tuesday. I work Wednesday through Thursday, and I'm off Friday and Sunday, and I work Monday through Tuesday. So it's like a rotating on and off.
you talking about your new job or
Yeah,
the one you're at now?
my new one. It's
Huh?
a 2-2-3-2-2-3 kind of thing.
Is it all first shift though?
No, it's 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Wow. Wait, hold on. So yeah, so we're not going to be able to do Friday night or Friday afternoon then, or would it be we would be able to do it every other week, or how's that work?
Yeah, every other week.
Okay.
That and
Well,
I mean,
we always
yeah,
figure it out. We can do 4 fathers if we have to.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm hoping with these gas prices coming down, I'll be working every day, so we wouldn't be able to do forefathers. Because if I get up at 3 or 4 in the morning, I'm gonna drink. I can't do that before work. That reminds me, I had to take some shit from a manager Monday morning because I had beer on my breath. I couldn't. I caught myself, and I'm like, you know what? I should delete this whole part of this fucking. Let's
It's too
just
late.
drop it. Doesn't
Pause
matter.
it.
What?
Pause it and tell me about it.
All right. All right, we're back. We just had a 15-minute discussion about work and issues that I had. And then Julio started telling me about he has a boss that is homosexual. And his last boss was homosexual. I'm like, why do you keep having gay bosses? And how do you find that out? Because I would never know. So are you like fishing for butt buddies or tell me how this came about?
Are you homosexual? Remember Kim Jong Un?
Yes. Homosexual. Transgender.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, you could. I don't know. I don't seek this out or anything. It just happens like that, I guess. Maybe that's a thing in the
So
customer
you can
service
tell
industry.
and then you just ask them? Or do you guys have
Well,
like a secret,
no, like
some kind
you
of
can tell.
secret
You can
remember
tell
in the
his.
back in the day, like if you got your wrong ear pierced, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. No, no. I mean, like you can tell this guy wears. He wears like he just looks gay. He's a good guy. He
I
wears very
I
very tight pants.
is that a signal?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. You can tell he works his butt out.
Oh God. All right. Anyway, that brings me to the thing that Clem brought up because I've always got a handkerchief in my pocket, usually like camouflage or something. And she was saying that hankies are like a gay thing now.
Huh.
But I was doing that shit longer before. I don't know
Huh.
when it became a gay thing.
Now it
I
all makes
guarantee I was
sense.
doing it before that.
Now it all makes sense. The secret
No,
closeted hanky
I'm the
panky.
farthest thing from I'm the farthest thing from gay that you've ever seen. I am
That's
not.
exactly what a gay guy would say.
No, no,
Uh,
you got me wrong. And when people get something like that wrong, it often leads to violence.
so yesterday I had a moment when I was at the restaurant. Well, after we had family dinner and I stayed over to listen to music, there was
Oh
this
yeah,
lady that looked like Marcy Captor.
Marcy
And
Captor, old with
yeah,
glasses,
yep, short
huh?
hair. And I went up and like as I was like from far away, it looked like Marcy. But the
Yeah.
closer I got, I'm like, no, that's not Marcy. But I already committed. She already knows I'm walking towards her. You know what I mean? Like she already sees my trajectory. So I stuck to it. And I was like, like I'm like, hi, like I couldn't help but notice. And I hope you take this as a compliment. You kind
How
of
could
look like
that be a
Marcy.
compliment?
I know. I didn't know what to say, man. I'm like, you kind of look like Marcy Captor. And she's like, oh my God, you just offended me. And
Is
I'm
that
like,
what
I'm
she
so
said?
sorry. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, she hasn't done anything in 40 some years. And I was
Oh,
like, I
nice.
100% agree. And so like we chatted for a little bit. It was a cool moment. Yeah.
Nice.
And then so like I said, we had dinner and then Lisa and Lily left. And somehow, some way, all of a sudden they appeared and they showed up again.
Yeah.
And so they sat around for a little bit and we had a good time. But then they left. And then me and this dude, just random dude there, we were talking and out of nowhere. We both don't know where this girl came from. This girl appears like almost like right next to us. Like we didn't see her walk from anywhere or whatever. And she was dressed in like almost like a Greek gown, like a toga looking thing.
Ah.
Like very voluptuous, very wow. She looked like a Greek goddess. She had like yeah, like we were just very confused where she came from. And so he ended up talking to her and she was by herself. Like
Huh.
there's no way this woman would have been by herself. There's just no way. And but yeah, I don't know where I was
That's
going with
kind of
this story.
that is kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of like an angel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah.
kind of something that normally doesn't happen. You
No,
know?
no. And yeah, I mean if you I wish I would have taken a picture. I'm sure she would have been okay with it. I was too shy.
Yeah, and then you would have sent it to me, and I would have thought it was fake.
Yeah, you would have said it was one of my AI girlfriends.
Fake AI. He sends me
Whatever, dude.
filter pictures from the internet, and then he says that he's dating and whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so it's like I said, it's April 18th right now, right? So historically, this weekend, and this is coming from Bill
Uh,
Cooper, which is Alex Jones's hero, and that's where Alex Jones used to get most of his information was from Bill Cooper. Like people give Alex Jones credit for predicting 9/11, but it was really Bill Cooper. I'm pretty sure Alex Jones used to listen to Bill Cooper every night and repeat half of the stuff that he said. But anyway, the middle of April, particularly April 15th, is historically noted for several major tragedies, including the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, over 1,500 deaths, the assassination of Abe Lincoln in 1865, the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013, the Notre Dame Cathedral fire in 2019, the week of April 14th through the 21st has frequently been the site of significant disasters such as the San Francisco earthquake of 1906, Waco 93, Oklahoma City 95, Columbine 99, and the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. But there's a list. Most of it I already just said, but I'm going to go back over it because it has the dates. All right, April 11th, Palm Sunday tornado killed 271 people in 1965. I already said April 12th was the day the Titanic sunk. April 19th was the Waco siege. April 19th was also the Oklahoma City bombing. April 20th, Columbine High School massacre in Colorado. April 26th, Chernobyl nuclear disaster. This went on, wait, it went on for more than several days, but the Rwanda genocide began on April 7th. April 2023, several tornadoes in Missouri and Illinois, floods in Ethiopia and Kenya, and the Marburg virus outbreak in Tanzania. And then April of last April, the rebel attacks in Sudan, volcanic eruptions in Iceland and Philippines, and severe flooding in the U.S. central states. It's like, according to Bill Cooper, it's got to do with what you were talking about earlier, like ball worship. Uh, it's like a spring sacrifice for these occult people. And what did, speaking of occult, you got anything else to say about that before we?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
what?
archaeologists in Tunisia found a burial ground containing over 20,000 urns. Inside each one were the burned bones of a child. When they translated the inscriptions on the graves, they wished they hadn't. So in 1921, archaeologists in Carthage, modern-day Tunisia, uncovered something beneath the soil no one wanted to believe. Thousands of small clay urns were found. Inside each one were the charred bones of infants. Most were newborns, just days to weeks old. Some were a few months old. Buried alongside them were some of the bones of lambs, suggesting that some parents substituted an animal when they could not bear to give their own child.
You
And
would think that would be the way for all of them.
above the urns were stone markers, over 6,000 of them, carved with dedications to two gods, Baal Haman and his consort Tanit. The inscription said the parents had made a vow that Baal had heard their voice and that the child was the payment. Archaeologists estimate that over 20,000 urns were buried at this single site between 400 and 200 BC.
Huh.
Yeah, and check this out. Carthage was one of the most powerful civilizations in the ancient world. It rivaled Rome. It controlled trade across the Mediterranean. So beneath the streets, parents were burning their newborns alive to fulfill promises to a god. The site is still there. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can visit today.
See, stuff like that kind of explains what God was talking about in the Bible. It's like, stop worshiping these guys. First of all, they were killing their own children, throwing them in fires, or in that case, burying them. I mean, you never know how they died, right?
Yeah, no, so one of the things I didn't read is they had a statue of Baal with his
Huh.
arms. Hold on. You might see my underwear, but it's okay. With his arms like this.
Yeah.
And so they would put the child on the arms like that and they would fall into a pit of fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these these kids that were buried in urns, I mean, if they went in the fire, you wouldn't be able to recover the bones, or you wouldn't know maybe who which one it was. I don't know. Maybe they were only doing one at a time.
Yeah, yeah, I really don't know. I mean, maybe they're so sadistic when you're a Satanist that like you don't want the body to burn completely.
Yeah.
You want to see some of the pain, you want to see some of the disaster.
Yeah, but that's what God was talking about. You all these sacrifices, and even in the Jewish, they would sacrifice animals on to Yahweh, and none of that needs to be done anymore because Jesus took the place, and not none of that sacrifice has to happen anymore. But it's if you start looking into stuff like that, a lot of the people think the Bible is outdated and none of it makes any sense. But if you start putting pieces together, it's like a giant puzzle and it all comes together. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Hey, I've been hanging out a little bit more with my parents lately, and
Yeah.
one of the things my mom recently pulled out of like the archives of me growing up was this plaque from when I got my feet washed when I was like 14 years old at church. Like I got
What?
selected.
Oh, you got, so what is it supposed to mean? That's a Catholic thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
Christ did it, like before the Last Supper,
Yeah, I know that.
so it's not a Catholic thing, but
Yeah, but typically it doesn't take place at like Protestant churches that I know of. I'm
fuck
just
'em, I don't
saying,
care.
but huh?
Okay. Anyways, but it was really cool to see this plaque. It shows the disciples laying to eat, like on their side. They wouldn't be sitting in a chair. And So now that I know like a little bit more of the history, like I really appreciate this plaque a lot more. Um, but it's really cool. Like one thing I read is, what do we call the bottom of our feet?
Soul.
So what did Jesus wash? The souls.
Okay. So they just washed your feet and then gave you a plaque that showed the Last Supper.
Not the last sup. It was the washing of the feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, anyway, remember I was talking about autism earlier about
yeah.
this. So that I was listening to this guy, man. His mind is amazing. It's like he can remember, and he's so a lot of I know some autistic people, and some of them are good at with cars or whatever. They're good at something. Like Rain Man, he was good at counting, right? But this guy is like a conspiracy autistic guy. The name of his show is The Underclass. I think it's Underclass or Underclassmen. But you guys should check it out, man. The dude's amazing. But anyway, he was talking about remember this text I sent you about Jack the Ripper?
I think so.
What, were you drunk?
No, it made no sense because it had no context. It's not like you said, like, hey, I'm listening to a podcast. It just said, hey, Jack the Ripper, blah, 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 blah. So
Okay, well,
fuck
he
you.
was talking about speaking of occult rituals, like the babies that you were just talking about and all that. He was saying, and some of this I'm not quoting him word for word. Some of this I just put together myself, kind of. I don't know if this is what he meant, but it's what I took out of it. He's saying that the Jack the Ripper's I should say I think Jack the Ripper slayings were an occult ritual, and it wasn't just one guy. Remember, they thought he was a doctor because he was so precise with his scalpels and all that. It's like the Skinwalker Ranch, how the cows are getting slaughtered and they can't find the blood or the organs, and it's just like it's almost like they're using a laser because the precision. It's the same thing. Like they couldn't figure out how this guy was taking out people's organs, and so they came to the conclusion, well, he must be a doctor, right? I think it was occult rituals. Aleister Crowley. It happened over in England, which is where Crowley was. It wasn't just him, it was other people, I believe. And so they were, they were all hookers, prostitutes. And some of them they raped some of them, they killed some of them. It was a sacrifice. So this happened in 1888 was when all these killings were going on. And then a year later, Adolf Hitler was born. His mother, he didn't know who his father was. He was adopted by his stepfather. And that's how he came up. That's how he got the name Hitler, because his dad changed his name. I forget what the original name is. It can't even pronounce it anyway. It's German. So what do you think about that?
So I want to go back to how you told me about this whole thing. Because you're like, were you drunk? No, we were talking about the new job, and then I said I'm giving 2 weeks notice, and then you said there's never how I do it, but I've had weeks with no money, LOL. I'm on a new one. There was no Jack the Ripper. It was an occult ritual with Crowley and others. Hitler was born the following year in spring.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, no context, nothing.
My
So
bad.
fuck you.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. So Crowley, yeah, he's a spy.
I know
Yeah.
but he is. A lot of spies are into the occult. All the Nazis were, all the top Nazis, right?
Yeah.
I still don't know what the Nazi bell is. You brought that up in the past. What do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it was a temporal warping thing.
Which is what? I'm not
Like
understanding your
I
language.
think with frequencies you can do a lot of things. You can move things, and I mean maybe they figured a way to move things through dimensions or time
So you
using
mean
those
like time
frequencies.
travel?
Yeah.
A time travel device?
Yep.
That'd be crazy. That's amazing. It just makes you wonder, man.
Dude, the technology the Nazis had for the time, it's just mind blowing. Like they had drones, they had self-driving motorcycles. Like you can go to a museum and see these things, and they look out of this world. Like it doesn't make sense how this could have existed back then. And I can only imagine the things that they don't have in museums that
Right.
we don't get a chance to see.
Probably under the Vatican or or the Smithsonian or what the Smithsonian is. It's like a it's like a psyop. So they take the stuff that people donate and the important stuff no one ever sees because they it goes to a secret place. And then they put like fake dinosaur bones that they made out of plaster. They put that shit up for people to come visit or whatever to, tourists and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah,
but
I saw something that they were saying that dinosaurs like a T-Rex is really if you rearrange the bones a little bit different, it's really a dragon.
oh yeah, for sure. None of it makes any sense if you like how there's no way for it's all bullshit. Okay, there's no way half of these dinosaurs wouldn't be able to procreate because of the way they're shaped. The
Yeah.
the you know what I mean?
Yep.
But then again, a lot of them are like birds, so I mean it could be like laying eggs or whatever. But I don't know.
But
I'm not
the
a
funny
scientist.
the interesting thing though is there are ancient like paintings or drawings of dragons, but none of dinosaurs.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think it's made up. I mean, you got Nessie from Loch Ness.
She was brought
Kind of
in through a portal by Aleister Crowley at that house. Yeah.
I believe it.
Because she only started appearing or being a thing after Aleister Crowley lived in that house. And then it got bought by Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin.
Right. I remember that. So funny you brought up Crowley because I mean, what do you think about all this stuff? Jack the Ripper, and then it's like they were trying to manifest something. The rapes, the murders, and then a year later, Adolf Hitler is born. But then again, he was kind of like MK Ultra, I think. But I mean, it doesn't. He might not have been who everyone thinks he was, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it was a ritual and they were following a process. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He was a vessel for spirits, like an actor, right? Think about it. So they say AI is, or like a cell phone, even. Artificial intelligence is like a vessel for dark spirits, right? as Paul says, powers and principalities and powers. Um, but an actor, if you think about it, so they're opening themselves up to be a different person. You know what I mean? They are allowing themselves to try to recreate who the writer wants them to be. So they're opening themselves up. And a lot of them wind up having like drug, alcohol problems, committing suicide because I mean when a demon takes you over, when they finish doing what they wanted to do, then they want you gone. They want you dead. That's how it always works. And that's why all these actors have all these issues. So they're doing it for a role. And when that role's done, they move on. They open themselves up to do another role. And they do this their whole life. But think about like, I mean, look at politicians. Most of them are not who they say they really are. They're putting on an act, the same act their entire life. Or like a pro wrestler, right? So, like the take for instance The Rock. That's not who he really is, but he's doing it all day, every day, trying to be this person, and he's changing, opening himself up. Who was it? Somebody was talking about. I can't remember exactly who it was, but it was this pro wrestler or Razor Ramon, right? They said he would put that toothpick in his mouth and he would become like a different person. He would get pissed off easy. His
Hey
personality,
yo,
yeah, his personality would change. And then when he was done, he would just go back to normal.
he had
It's
like a
like,
Cube. He had a Cuban accent.
right.
Hey Chico.
Oh shit.
Everybody likes the bad guy.
I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
I love Razor Ramon. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
I don't you know me, I don't get into pro wrestling because it's just not my thing. It's
I
kind of
wonder.
gay. It's
I
kind of
wonder.
gay. We're gonna make a new list. Remember that list we made of gay things? We're gonna make one for this show, except it's gonna be a different list.
I always wonder if I was a wrestler, would I wear pants or would I wear trunks
You'd
or
wear
underwear?
tights.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let me pause it. I gotta get some more coffee. All right, we're back. Uh well, so you don't think that was a thing then? The
What?
Jack the Ripper and leading to Hitler, and I think it was a ritual, man.
I mean I can kind of see it. I mean I always had this theory that Crowley was a spy and that the CIA and all those organizations used the occult like we were talking about,
Yeah.
to bring things about and manipulate the world. Um, but I never heard it tied to Jack the Ripper. I really don't know much about Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Well, I don't either. I don't think there was a Jack the Ripper. There's a lot of like we were just talking about all these things that happened in April over the years. It
Well,
has to do it has to
is
do with occult
well
ritual and sacrifice.
isn't it ironic though that that's when they say that that's really when we should be bringing in the new year? It shouldn't be in the middle of winter. It should be at the
Right.
beginning of spring, which would coincide with like an April kind of setting.
Right. I agree.
So they're
It's
bringing it in or ushering it in at the beginning of the actual new year or new reset of the year.
well, speaking of Bill Cooper, I'm going to share a clip. Um, I don't even remember what he was talking about. So shit. But I like Bill Cooper, so I'm just going to share this. He was the original Alex Jones.
What role in the Middle East again does Israel play in this?
Israel was created as the instrument to bring about the Battle of Armageddon and the fulfillment of prophecy, a war that will be so terrible, where nuclear weapons will be used, so that the American citizens and the other people in the world will get down on their knees and beg for no more war. And what is the answer to that? They're going to be told the only way we can guarantee no more war is if we destroy the sovereignty of nations and we come together as one humanity and government.
Right.
Now I'm telling you, unless the American people wake up and stop it, starting in about 1996, the Battle of Armageddon will become a reality.
He laid out the blueprint for everything we're seeing today.
Damn.
He knew why it had to happen, he knew who was behind the curtain, and he knew what we should expect next.
Read the book of Revelations, whether you believe in the book or not, read it, because the men who are bringing this about are using it as their script.
This interview was recorded in 1992, and as you listen, you'll understand why his blueprint still matters today. Because he said it would all unfold exactly like this, down to the smallest detail of the script.
And I get people who still come to me all the time and say, Bill, you're all wrong, it's the Jews. The Jews are subverting the world. Man, it's not the Jews, it's not the Catholics, it's not the blacks. It's these men who belong to the ancient mystery schools, who meet in secret and decide the fate of the world. And they belong to all different races and all different nationalities and all different religions to the public point of view. But in secret, it's a different story.
He claimed the fate of billions rest in the hands of a small group of people. And their strategy, he said, is simple. Keep us watching the circus so we never look behind the curtain.
At the highest levels of all countries, they all belong to the same club. And we, the people, sit back and we watch this grand drama which is being played out for our benefit, not theirs. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't even have to do any of this. But you see, they just can't come out and destroy all of us because they need slaves. They need people to make their shoes and make their cars and mine the ore. They need worker bees, and that's what we are.
His name is Bill Cooper, and what you're about to hear is his warning to the world. He believed that if you don't spare the time to hear this message to the end, if you don't make the effort to understand it and finally wake up, then you're participating in the great deception just as much as they are. His words, not mine.
What role in the Middle East again does Israel play in this?
What do you think, Julio?
Yeah, that's freaky, dude.
Yeah. It, it's all true, man. That I listened to it's called I listened to his old show on podcast. I forget what's the name of it. Hold on a second. It's called The Hour of the Time.
Mm.
But
You know, have you
it's
heard kind of going back to that too, like about the manipulation? If ISIS hatred for the Jews is real, why don't they strike Israel?
right. That's a
Like
good question.
they told you the enemies on your screen were real. They told you the wars, the terror, the chaos were spontaneous, unpredictable, the products of ideology gone mad. But what if the greatest deception in modern history isn't about who's fighting it, it's about who's directing it? And the enemies they show you on the news are often the same ones who've been trained, funded, and armed by the very governments that claim to fight them.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all a stage. And Crowley was involved in all of that back in the 1900s.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, Alex Jones came out with another. He's still arguing with Trump. I think it's all fake, man, but I'm gonna play it anyway. It's kind of funny. Alex Jones is like a comedian to me. His character is hilarious.
I want to focus on the midterms, the Democrats. I want to promote what's good you're doing. And I want to be left alone. But if you let Laura Loomer and that Israeli operative sit there and chew on me like I'm some chew toy, I'm done. Because you're an idiot. 2 inches. 2 inches. You think I've been attacking you for years? Buddy, I've been trying to defend you for years. So, I'll tell you one more time. Do not cross that line. Leave me alone. You ought to kiss. Jones would be on my side if I talked to him. I haven't tried to talk to you. I don't even return your phone calls, Trump. You know that. I didn't take your invites. I don't want to be around what you're involved in, buddy. I want to focus on the midterms, the Democrats. I want to promote what's good you're doing.
That's funny.
It's like Bill Cooper was saying, man. It's like a drama unfolding in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Like it really is just like pro wrestling. But I'm not gonna forget about making that gay list, and pro wrestling is gonna be on it. Next week, I'm gonna have a list of things that are gay. Just like we played. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? We played on the show.
I don't remember.
I think it was last week.
Yeah.
You want to wrap it up?
Yep.
I got a clip. It's a really short clip. It's a Clint Eastwood telling a joke.
Oh, I've got one. There's a Mexican, a Jew, and a colored guy go into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "Get the fuck out of here."
That was for you, Julio. All right. You got anything?
Nope.
Nothing. No clips?
Nope.
All right. All right. This might be a short one, but that's all. It's all good. Thanks for coming on, Julio. I know you didn't want to. And margaritas kicked your ass last night.
Whatever, dude.
What? That's what it was about. All right. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. You can call in and leave a message 313-583-7646. That's about it. Or you can conspiracysoldiers@yahoo.com. Send us an email. Oh, by the way, Julio, that chick ghosted us 2 weeks in a row. So now I put out a new ad in the Bayou, New Orleans. Just because people are more interesting down there. You've got the voodoo. They got pretty good accent. So we'll see what comes out of that. I just put that out last night. But that's about it. Conspiracy Soldiers is going dark.